This is Sam Logue here for Green Blood Boxing. Absolutely delighted to be joined today in Crumlin Boxing Club by Robbie Burke. Robbie, how's it going, man?
Not too bad. How are you, Sam? All good?
I'm pretty good, man. Thanks. I'm buzzing to be down to see all the lads in the gym and obviously to speak to yourself for the first time. It's a pleasure. A few lads in the background there. Of course, you're boxing on June the 26th in Alicante. Yeah, first time in the ring for a good while now. Just talk to me a little bit about the preparations and how it's gone and just how you're feeling. How excited are you to get back in the ring again?
Things are going great at the moment. They really are. Like, camp has started since January. January I'm over here. We're working on things for making me style a lot better. Will bring me back into a few old things that I wasn't working on, like that I kind of forgot. So things we're feeling now is really we're doing good work. We are delighted to be working, you know.
Yeah, that's really interesting. So obviously you had a long time out of the ring. You were supposed to fight in March in North Carolina, I presume, with a few other Irish lads. Declan Garrity was one of them, supposed to be on the card. That fell through. I wonder if you might just be able to allude to, I suppose the pandemic had a lot to do with that.
Yeah, see, like we got arrested and all sorted, but it was, we needed an NIE request form.
Yeah.
And it was just, the visa wasn't approved in time, so that's just where it was, really. Like, we only found out it was a week before. So the camp was all done until a week before. It was a bit of a setback, you know, but you just had to keep it going, drive on. That's it. Like, just make sure ready for the next one. You have to keep it going. You know.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Like, how much of a setback is that, and like, how much of a mental blow is that when you're supposed to be fighting? And I suppose that's a big trip as well. It's probably exciting. Oh, we're going to America. That would have been your first fight in America, well, as a pro anyway. And you know, so yeah, what kind of setback is that? Is it really deflating, or do you kind of just get on with it? How did you deal with that?
Yeah, no, it was hard. I have to say, like, it really was. Say everything was in place, food, strength, training. Whole camp took its toll, like, you know, that way. And then when you go off the fields a little bit, say it takes you probably 3 weeks to get back into the zone. Then we were supposed to fight again in May, and so back into camp for that, and then that fell through as well. So, but like, the first one was a lot harder to get over because we were geared up and thought that's it was definitely gonna happen. So the next one, I just let myself, right, if it does, this might not go through it, so just have to continue going on. I'll get something soon, so and it's on the way now. Less than 3 weeks and we'll be in Alicante fighting, so happy with that. Yeah.
Well, that's it. You're almost there now, and this one, it looks like everything is going to go well for this one.
It's going in, it's definitely going ahead, thank God.
So how is your weight, and kind of, we talked a little bit about the prep has gone well, but how's your weight going in? I know you're a personal trainer, so obviously I'd say you have some decent knowledge there about how to kind of bring the weight down, and just probably maybe a better understanding than some guys, because you have a good knowledge of the body, etc.
Yeah, no, I have a good understanding with it, but I still have I have a nutritionist, Dark Cavanagh. He's been helping me a lot, like, really has, and thanks very much, that. But no, it really has, and it's very important to have someone there with the check-in weights. So everything I can do it myself. Like, you can't really do it yourself. You can say you can do it yourself, but it'll always turn into tomorrow and the next day. But with him, it's spot on. If I feel down a bit of energy, he tells me what to do. We're eating the right stuff, and things going great. Really is. Very thankful for it. Like.
100%, and it is like that. And I suppose you can really relate to that as a personal trainer. You know, it's really hard for people to kind of get up and do things and be really self-motivated with stuff. So I suppose there's similarities there, right? It's hard as a boxer or as the professional boxer who's getting in the ring, to have to control everything outside of that as well. Like, so.
Really is big time. I just leave it to Phil, leave it to Darden for me stuff as well. So takes the pressure off me. I have the plans out to what to do from Monday to Saturday, and I just have to do it. Days program out, I work it.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. So it's you just look at the sheet and do it. That's perfect. So you're obviously here with Phil. I know you trained here as an amateur. Obviously you were a very, very high level amateur. you had a brief period out, but you're back with Phil. So just talk to me like about. I've spoke to a few of the lads from the gym, and you know, nothing but the highest praise for Phil Sutcliffe. So I'm interested in like what is he bringing to your game, and if you can kind of allude to that, like what makes him so special and so as such a great coach, I suppose.
He's exceptionally is. He can read shots that you could never see yourself. Like, and he always brings the best out in you. He builds you up. It doesn't matter who you're fighting. Like he gives you the confidence and the belief, drags it out of you yourself, and like he only wants the best for his boxers, and he brings out the best. Definitely does. Like, couldn't praise him enough. Really couldn't.
And is there anything in particular that he's bringing to your game now, especially thinking about the pro style? Obviously, we talked briefly off camera about you. When you turned pro, you kind of had your first pro fight really soon, like 8 days after the national elites, right? And then you had another fight like 8 weeks later. So you were saying you were still a little bit kind of amateurish in your style and how you were fighting in the fights, which is fair enough. How has Phil kind of changed your style, or just adapted it for the pro? And also, just as a little caveat to that, has the pandemic and actually all this time off actually helped maybe for that stuff?
He's had to bring me on an awful lot. He's had to correct me in an awful lot of things that I was doing wrong, like. And I'm not going to tell you exactly what, to be honest, for the lads, but we're working at, we're going to see the best Robert Burke when the time comes, and that's the truth. You know, so that's really the truth of it. Everything's working to plan. Different shots that suit me that I wasn't doing are coming off in sparring, are coming off on the bags, pads, everything. So we're working on the shots, and we'll see them soon. Yeah, well,
I'm going to be out there in Alicante, so I can't wait to see some of these shots that you're talking about. But what about that aspect of it? You know, you've been out for a long time. I know you've had some setbacks in terms of you were supposed to fight, it was cancelled. You were supposed to fight again, it was pushed back. That must be hard mentally, but has there been a silver lining? Has there been that positive element to it that actually you've had a chance to be in the gym a lot and get better as a professional, get like cement that style and really learn more about yourself and how you want to go about your career and how you want to actually fight?
Well, the pandemic's had to been probably the best for me, because before it, I had setbacks and I was out of the gym and I was trying to catch up with everyone, and it wasn't working. I was trying to do things too fast. I was trying to cook more like food, so I didn't have my energy. I wasn't working on my shots. I was rushing everything. Now, like with the pandemic, we couldn't do anything, so all we could do was work on ourselves. So that's what I done exactly. So everything's worked into place. Look, I'm at getting the time I needed to catch up now. I'm planning on going further, and that's it. So
you're feeling like full steam ahead now. You feel like ready to actually kick on.
Definitely, really do.
So, talk to me then a little bit about your goals and kind of how you want your career now to pan out. You're obviously you're signed still to Boxing Ireland Promotions with Leonard Gunnan and Stephen Sharp, of course, who are co-promoting the show in Alicante on the 26th. Have you sat down with them? Is there like a plan going forward? And what are your goals? Like, what do you want to achieve in the sport?
Look, I want to take every fight as it comes. I don't want to plan. I don't want to overlook anyone. I don't want to over plan things, overcomplicate it. I'm enjoying boxing now more than I have in a long time. So I'm going to enjoy it. Keep on enjoying it. I'm not putting any stress on myself. Next fight, I'm going to get the job done. And that's what my plan is. And after that, we'll see. But this fight is what it's about. This is where I want to be. That's where the concentration is, on this fight. Look, I want to win my Irish titles. I want to be in domestic blowouts. I want to have that buzz. I want to be fighting in Ireland. I want to be fighting on my hometown in Dublin and everything. On my crowd behind me, all my friends and that. I want all that, but the job has to be done in Alicante first. So that's where I am now.
I get that, one at a time, kind of job by job, and try and maybe hopefully step up the levels as well, slowly but surely, I suppose. I mean, I think there's a lot to be said for being consistent, getting some momentum, getting in the ring every few months and fighting a lot, and slowly but surely stepping up the level so that when you actually get to an Irish title against a guy who I suppose maybe a fight that's deemed like a 50-50, you're ready and you're confident. I think that's the thing as well. You're used to being under the lights and you're confident going into that kind of bout, right?
Yeah. Well, the consistency hasn't stopped since January.
Yeah.
So now it's just about getting the fights.
Yeah, actually,
like
getting in the ring. Yeah.
Haven't been out of the gym since January.
Yeah.
So the first week, all the way through. So camp is now a lifestyle. Yeah. It's not a camp. It's a lifestyle. Yeah. That's why I'm training now until I finish boxing.
That's the way it's got to be, right? I think that's the best way in terms of, if you can have that mindset, then you're going to be improving. You're in there every day. It's your job. It's not something you do for 10 weeks every now and again. It's your job, full-time, everyday job, right?
Definitely. Like, I'm learning every single day. Every day, every spar, every pad session. We're working on things, correcting things, and making things a lot better.
Yeah. So I'm interested in, just segueing a little bit out of that, what would be kind of a more of an attractive route for you going forward? Would you be more interested in kind of big titles, or more interested in, say, big domestic clashes, you know, where you're getting big crowds and trying to kind of regenerate Irish professional boxing? Or would you kind of rather go under the radar but maybe achieve, say, slightly higher belts like a European title or further on? That's just something that popped into my head. Like, what would you prefer in a way? Like, what's your mindset?
I wanna start it here. I wanna work it in Ireland. Yeah. So it's gonna go domestic. It's gonna be Irish champion. And so when I'm Irish champion, then you're top 15 in Europe. You're in the top 15 in Europe. Yeah. So then you can work things on that. Yeah. But I want to be the best in Ireland. I want an Irish title. Yeah, so that's my plan at the minute. Yeah. When I get that, I can think of new goals and set standards. But right now, the focus is this fight, and then one time after it. Yeah.
Brilliant. So there's no direct plans for the next fight. I know that Boxing Ireland have a show in Belfast in October. Has there been any chats about going on there?
Yeah, I'll be on any shows that's coming. I'm gonna be ready. Yeah. So that's, I want 3 fights this year. Perfect. So that's like, I'm not looking past this opponent, but I'm planning to be on the next show in Ireland and the one after that as well. Yeah. And hopefully get title shots in between them. Perfect.
So how quickly would you like to get that Irish title shot? Obviously you're 2-0 now, all gone well. You're going to be 3-0 in a couple of weeks. Yeah, how quickly? Is there kind of a time frame, or is it very much just one at a time, and if the opportunity presents itself, then you'll take it?
No, I want it. So if anyone wants it in my way, or the way, like, I'm going to be going between 2 weights. So if it's up for grabs there, or if someone wants it, well, then it can happen. Yeah.
So super middle and light heavy, right?
Super middle and light heavy, yeah.
So at light heavy, you've got and potentially at super middle as well. Actually, you've got Kevin Cronin, which I know you've spoke maybe a little bit about him before. Is that the kind of fight that you're looking for? Like, that's a big domestic fight, especially in a couple of fights' time when both of you have had a couple more wins. I think that's quite a big and quite a high level domestic fight for the Irish title. Is that something that you're eyeing up?
Yeah, look, I'd love whatever fight comes, I'll take. Yeah. If it's on it, like, if it's for the right reasons. If there's a title in ahead, all the best, even better. Yeah. But like, if that fight was offered me, no problem. Like, any fights that's gonna be offered is gonna be taken. So, like, that's just a fact. So, let them come. Yeah.
You don't mind too much about kind of picking the right opponents at the right times. You just want any kind of domestic guys you're ready for now.
I'm after being through, say, me worst way, like setbacks and that. I'm coming into me best, so this is the time to do it. Yeah. So that's, I don't mind who comes, to be honest. I'll be ready.
Perfect. So you're a personal trainer. You're obviously working full time. How do you balance that with being a professional boxer, you know, trying to be a full-time boxer? It seems to me that maybe that type of job, obviously being in control of your own hours, etc., you can kind of sculpt it around your training. Is that the case? And just talk to me generally about how you balance the two.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I was lucky that the gyms started being closed, that I could set myself to where I wanted to be before they open back up. So it gives me more time to be working on me clients and that, and then set me daily routine up a lot better, so I can do, say, 3 hours in the morning, I train, get me food in, 3 more clients, train, etc. Like, you know, so like, I have my daily routine set up to a T. So that's what it's all about.
Deadly. And one thing that just came to my head there, obviously you're a personal trainer, so do you kind of do your own strength and conditioning? Do you kind of write your own program for that, or do you also kind of outsource that to somebody else?
Yeah, no, I outsource that as well. I'm not being getting help by Dark having it, but as well a lot of help as well of Gar Kickstart Fitness.
Oh yeah,
It's very good, he is, and so I've been getting programs sent out as well off him. So things after being getting help off a few different is a lot, but like it's great. It's less stress on me, and the lads know what they're doing, so I'll just leave it to them. That's it really.
Working and balancing training, like from the mental perspective, is it tough? Because obviously you seem like you're constantly on the go, or is your job something that you actually quite enjoy, and then it's actually quite seamless? It's not that difficult to kind of transition from one to the other. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, like no, it's like you just have to find the happy medium, and because and you have to. I say I can do pad work with people. I can do say strength conditioning, so I have to walk around what I'm going to be training before I can do. Like I'm not going to be doing 8 rounds of sparring and then holding pads for 3 different people. So I'll be walking my timetable right around my training. Now I didn't that all the time. I haven't but you learn from your mistakes, So that's 100%. The case in that sense. Yeah. So it makes it a lot handier. Like once you do that, so once you plan the day, set out the programs for your clients and that, I do. I love my job.
Yeah. So I suppose coming into getting up for work and knowing that you have to train, it's not an issue mentally because you like doing everything you're doing in this day. You love, so it's kind of you just go from one to the other, and it's easy enough.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like it's just like I love my job. I love what I do. I don't feel like I work when I'm in the gym. It's great. When I'm in this gym, it's great. So life's good in that sense. So
yeah, you're very fortunate in that sense to be kind of doing. Basically, you've got 2 jobs, you're a personal trainer and a professional boxer, and you love both of them. I mean, a lot of people can't find one that they really like, so I think you're really fortunate from that perspective. So, Rob, thanks very much for your time today, man. I really appreciate it. I appreciate it. Listen, do you want to shout out your sponsors before we go?
Yeah, a big shout out to all my sponsors and everyone that's helped me through this, through my journey. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks very much, man.
All right, well, thanks very much.